students, today's class is about RMS value of AC, that is root mean square value of AC. And we have seen in the previous class, the main difficulty that we are facing in alternating circuit is the voltage and current, they are not constant. They keep on changing as the armature rotates between two magnets. The magnitude as well as direction of voltages keep on changing, and same way the current also, the magnitude and direction of current also is keep on changing. So which value of voltage or current we can use for calculation? Every instant of time, both these quantities, voltage and current, are changing. So the solution for that is, in alternating circuit, normally for doing calculations and all, we use root mean square value, that is RMS value of AC. Okay, what is RMS value of AC? You can see here, root mean square value or RMS value of AC. RMS value of an alternating current is equal to a steady current. A steady current means a DC current with the same magnitude and direction, same like a DC current coming from a battery, which when passed through a resistor will produce the same amount of heat as the alternating current does in the same resistor and in the same time duration. That means RMS value of an alternating current is a DC current. It is not an AC current, it is a DC current. Suppose we have an AC passing through this circuit, okay, and it produces a given AC. Suppose a generator, this is a small generator is connected here, it produces an AC, and that AC is passed through a coil here with a resistance, and that produces heating effect. That heat energy produced is used for heating up water. Suppose we are passing that alternating current for 10 minutes time, and we are calculating the heat energy produced in water. And suppose here there is a DC, and we know the amount of current, DC current passing through this same resistor, the same amount of water. Okay, same setup of experiments, only the difference is that here it is a DC source, here it is an AC source. Suppose in this DC circuit also, when we adjust the value of current, at a particular value of current, suppose we are getting, at a particular value of DC current, suppose we are getting the same heat energy here also. What is the heat energy produced in the AC circuit? The same heat energy is produced here also during the same time duration, in the same time duration, and in the same amount of water, same type of coils, everything same, only the source is different. Here source is an AC generator, here source is a DC battery. So this DC battery produces a DC current that produces the same heating effect as this AC, then we can say this DC current passing through this DC circuit is equal to RMS value of this AC. So that is the meaning of RMS value. It is root mean square value of AC. Mathematically, you know that when we find the RMS value, suppose this is the peak voltage, this much is the peak voltage Vm, that is plus Vm, and this is the second half peak voltage, that is minus Vm. Okay, when we find the average in one cycle, one full cycle, we have to add these two peak, Vm plus minus Vm divided by 2. So here the problem is that when we find this average, that is equal to 0. So we can say here V average is equal to 0 in one full cycle. So mathematically what we can say, suppose we are squaring this voltage. We are squaring the voltage. When we square the voltage, so square means while squaring, negative will become positive. Then we will find the mean of that, average of that, and then after that we will find square root of that. So after finding square root, the squaring effect will be cancelled. So we will square the voltage, and after squaring we will find the mean of that, then we will find square root of that. So the negative effect can be cancelled by squaring. That is the mathematical meaning of root mean square value of AC. And physical meaning is this one. The RMS value of AC is a DC. RMS value of AC is a DC. That DC produce same heating effect as that of the given AC. The given same resistor for the same time duration. Okay. Now we can derive an equation for alternating current. Suppose the alternating current passing through this circuit, passing through this AC circuit, the instantaneous value of current in this circuit is given by I is equal to Im into sin omega t. This is the instantaneous value of current passing through the AC circuit here. we need to find out the heat energy produced in this coil. How much heat energy produced in this coil when AC current is passing. But we cannot substitute a value of current here because every moment current is changing. So what we are doing here, we will take a very short time, very small time dt, very small, infinitesimally small interval of time dt, and during that short time gap we can consider current is almost constant, and during that very short time gap how much heat energy is produced here. That heat energy we can calculate by using the equation of Joule's equation. So if dH is the heat energy, dH is the heat energy produced in a short time dt, then according to Joule's law, that heat energy produced is equal to I square RT, I square into R into dt. Here time is taken very small time gap dt, and R is the resistance of the coil here. Okay, suppose R is the resistance of the coil. This resistance is R. The same is the resistance here also. Same resistance. Both the coil are identical. So the heat energy produced we can obtain from Joule's law equation. That is H is equal to I square RT. Here we are taking heat energy produced only for a very short time. So it is very small amount of heat energy produced dH in a very small interval of time dt. So dH is equal to I square R into dt. Here this I is not a constant. Every instant this I value is changing. So instead of this I, we can substitute the value of I as Im into sin omega t. Then the equation becomes dH is equal to, instead of I am giving the complete value Im into sin omega t into R into dt. That is square of that I square into square of that I square into R into dt. The amount of heat energy produced in a very short time. And it can be again written as this is equal to Im square, we are removing the bracket, Im square into sin square omega t into R into dt. Okay, and this will give the heat energy produced in a very short time dt. If we want to calculate the heat energy produced in one full cycle of AC, one complete cycle of AC, that is during a time period t. The time taken for one complete cycle of AC is called a time period. Then the total heat energy produced in one time period we can obtain by integrating this expression for a time period of 0 to t. Means for one full cycle of AC, when we integrate this equation, we will get heat energy produced in one full cycle. So the heat energy produced in one full cycle, H is equal to integral 0 to t for one complete rotation of the armature, means one full cycle, Im square into sin square omega t into R into dt. Okay, in this equation we can see here this Im square and R, these two are constants. Im square, peak value of current, and resistance, both are constant. That can be taken outside the integration. So what we can write in next step, heat energy produced is equal to H is equal to, I am taking Im square and R outside the integration, Im square into R, then integral 0 to t sin square omega t dt, sin square omega t into dt. Okay, this will be the heat energy produced in one cycle of AC. When we integrate this expression, that is H is equal to Im square into R. The sin square omega t, when we integrate between 0 to t, we will get the final result as t by 2. The result of integration is t by 2. Okay, after integrating sin square omega t and applying the limit 0 to t, then we will get the resultant of this integration as t by 2. So this is H is equal to Im square R into t by 2. That is the heat energy produced by the AC alternating current, by the given AC when it passed through the coil. Okay. Now through the same circuit we have a DC flowing. By using the rheostat, we can adjust the DC. And suppose there is an ammeter also connected here. There is an ammeter also connected here. An ammeter is connected to plus minus. Okay. So we can measure the value of current also from the ammeter. Because it is a DC current, it can be directly measured from the ammeter. So what we are doing here, we are adjusting the current flowing through this circuit. We are adjusting the ammeter reading by adjusting the rheostat, and we are calculating the heat energy produced in the water for the same time duration through the same resistor. So when this DC produce the same heat energy as what produced here, same heat energy is produced here also for the same time duration in the same resistor. That time what is the DC flowing here? What is the value of current in the ammeter? That will be the effective value of this AC, and that is called RMS value of AC. So this DC current, which has the same heating effect as this AC through the same resistor, when it flows through the same resistor and for the same time duration. Now here the ammeter reading I am taking as IRMS. Okay. This IRMS is a DC current. It is a steady current. Which produces same heat energy in water as it produced by the AC in this circuit. So this DC is equivalent to this AC. Means the practical effect is same. The practical effect in these two circuits are same. So what is the DC here? That can be considered as effective value of this AC. That is what is called RMS value. So now we consider this DC current or steady current IRMS. When it flows through this resistor, produce the same heat energy. Then that heat energy produced, we can calculate H is equal to the time duration. Also we are taking same. What is the time period of AC here? Only for the same time duration we are passing DC through this circuit. Okay. What is the time period of AC here? The same time duration we are passing DC also through the circuit. So the heat energy produced in one time period of AC. Okay. When the DC flows through the coil, that will be H is equal to IRMS square into R into time period T. Now this equation 1 and 2, it represents the same heat energy produced. Equation 1 represents the heat energy produced in an AC circuit. Equation 2 represents the heat energy produced in a DC circuit. Both time period taken are same. And both the resistance values are same. So we can say this DC current, it is called RMS value of AC, that is having the same effect of the given AC. From equations 1 and 2, we can write IRMS square into R into T is equal to, from equation 1, Im peak value of current square into R into T by 2. Now here we can see this R will get cancelled, this T will get cancelled. Okay. Now what is remaining? IRMS square is equal to Im square by 2. RT cancel. So we can write down IRMS square of that is equal to Im square divided by 2. When we take square root on both sides, IRMS square become only IRMS. IRMS is equal to Im square on taking square root become Im divided by 2 become root 2. Okay. So this is the equation for RMS value of current. That is IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. IRMS is equal to Im by root 2 is the equation for RMS value of current. Here Im is the peak value of current produced by the generator, and IRMS is the effective value of that AC produced by the generator. So actually IRMS is a steady current, it is a DC current which has the same heating effect as the given AC. The same way in the circuit, if we multiply resistance of the circuit with the current, we can get VRMS also. VRMS also same. VRMS we can obtain as Vm by root 2. Peak value of voltage divided by root 2 will be the equation for RMS value of voltage. So now onwards, all of you remember, in all AC circuits, when we are doing calculations, the given current and voltage. The given current and voltage will be RMS value. Suppose in a question it is given an AC of 220 volt. An AC of 220 volt is applied to an inductor and a current of 2 ampere flows through that. If this is the question, then that 220 volt will be that RMS value. The given 220 volt will be, remember, always in numerical problems, the given voltage will be RMS value of voltage, that is the effective value of voltage, and the current given will be RMS value of current, because that is the effective value. So usually in AC circuit, when we are seeing in our day-to-day life, in our home wiring, we have 220 volt supply, 230 volt supply, etc. That 220 volt or 230 volt we are seeing in our home wiring, household electric circuit, that is actually RMS value of voltage, RMS value of AC. Okay, and also in our home wiring, there are two standard lines. One is 5 ampere line, other is 15 ampere line. 5 ampere line is for normal connections like bulb, fan, etc. And 15 ampere line is for connecting high power devices like AC, refrigerator, etc. In that lines, what is 5 ampere? 5 ampere is actually RMS value of current. And 15 ampere also it's RMS value of current. Otherwise, every moment magnitude of current is keep on changing. So the effective value of that AC current is taken as 5 ampere, 15 ampere, etc. These are actually RMS value of current. And voltage also we are saying RMS value of voltage. Okay. So this is the basic point you have to remember about RMS value of current and voltage in AC circuit. Now in the next lesson we can see how to represent this AC voltage and current by using vector, and that vectors are called phasor. So next class I will be explaining about phasor diagram. Okay, thank you.